Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your time zone. Thank you for joining us again today on Wisdom Minutes as we continue this beautiful conversation on lessons we are learning from the ego. Today we are on the fourth episode and we're discussing what I call solitude before strength. You see, the ego often fly alone. Now don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean that it is antisocial. No. It basically means that it is intentional. Because altitude, when you want to rise, altitude often requires solitude. There are a lot of things you will do in life that you will need to do alone. We talked about vision. You cast your vision in isolation. We talk about discipline, the discipline that you need to imbibe before you can focus. Discipline is done in isolation because crowd can interrupt distance. You're the one that know where you're going. So it requires isolation sometimes. Growth demands silence. If you're the one that is always everywhere, no me time, you have a lot of problems. You need to have some quiet time. You need to have some alone time. You need to have some me time. That's why you'll be able to crystallize your thoughts. That's why you'll be able to refine your ideas. That's why you'll be able to pin down your visions. That's why when you'll be able to brood over them until you internalize them. Because that is where you develop your identity. Identity is built in the secret. Don't be afraid of solitude. It doesn't mean abandonment. You do a lot of things alone. And the ego does that. Because isolation sometimes helps you to sharpen your identity. Because you are different from every other person. If you follow everybody, you may end up being like everybody. But when you understand the power of isolation, you'll be able to crystallize your thoughts and understand yourself. You'll be self-aware. You'll be able to know your uniqueness and craft your identity. I hope you've learned something from the ego again today. Until I see you in the concluding part, thanks so much and do enjoy the rest of your time. Bye-bye.